there it is, guys. That was a rough take of Over and Over. That's a hard one. Sounds like Vinny plays a little behind the beat, which makes it really tricky. And then after the guitar solo, it gets hard because the snare drum and the bass drum start playing opposite of each other compared to the beginning of the song. But it's a great song. It was the last track on the album. I decided to revisit this album on the drums. I did it last summer, but I wanted to revisit it because I wanted to play along with the 2021 new remastered deluxe edition of the 1981 album by Black Sabbath, Mob Rules. And this features a bonus disc, and there's bonus tracks featuring the Mob Rules heavy metal. That's on the heavy metal sound. It's the heavy metal soundtrack version. Die Young, which is a live B-side version of the Mob Rules, and the Mob Rules new 2021 remix. And the bonus disc features live at the Hammersmith Odeon in London, December 1981 and January 1982. And then it also has the live at Portland Memorial Coliseum show in the U.S. on April 22nd, 1982. It has just about the whole show. So that's why I want to revisit this again. I want to play along with the better drum system I got, better sound quality, and just to celebrate this awesome album. Great photos, Mob Rules single, UK single. There's the Black Sabbath recording sessions paper from Record Plant Studios in LA. Bonus disc. World Tour Book 1982 picture. World Tour Book here 1982. Right here is a picture disc, UK single. The Black Angel on it. And there's the back. The album was produced by Martin Birch, who produced a lot of albums, including for bands like, I think he did Iron Maiden, and he worked with Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, he worked with Rainbow. The band had a lot of problems recording this album. The Black Sabbath bought their own studio. This is the booklet. They bought their own studio to save some money and do all the recording and mixing on their own, but it didn't really work out. They couldn't get good sounds, good guitar sounds out of this studio, I guess because of the ambience in the room. So they had to go to LA and record the album. Some advertisements of the album and promotional tour posters. Again, Vinny Appice using Ludwig and possibly Slingerland drums on the album in the same finish. It was like a natural finish. Mob Rules tour book. And yeah, like I said, tough song. There's the Spain single version of the Mob Rules, 1981. Live at Hammersmith Odeon, Black Sabbath, January 1982. Again, that was just supposed to be an improv, what I did, in the style of Vinny Appice. Not supposed to be like a note-for-note thing, but you can get the concept of what was going on. That's the kit, I believe, that was used on the album. On the Mob Rules album, it was used on the live, I believe it was used on the Live Evil album. And I believe it was used on Dio's solo years albums such as Holy Diver Tour, and Last in Line, possibly that was the same kit. It was like a natural finish wrap. It was like a combination of a Slingerland and a Ludwig. Zildjian Cymbals. Here's where the credits are. There's Turn Up the Night cover. Single. Looks like some of the photos in especially the live stuff, Vinny had the bottom heads taken off and microphones up in drums to get a good sound, to get the sound he wanted. Back cover. Here's the regular vinyl release by Warner Brothers. This is the vinyl edition, just the CD version. Just the final tracks. One of the other problems the band had recording this album was they had to continue to have some drug problems, including Martin Birch. So guys like Tony and Geezer were kind of, they felt that it wasn't going to work. I mean, they had a new singer, Dio, and then they had Vinny Appice, which they loved, but they just didn't know how the fans were going to take it. They didn't know how the album was going to come out. Very different album compared to other Black Sabbath stuff, even the Ozzy years. But even the Heaven and Hell with Bill Ward on the drums, you know, you can hear the difference between Bill Ward and Vinny Appice. Bill Ward more of like an orchestration or orchestra drummer, and then you have Vinny Appice is more like power and hit, and he plays a little slow. He plays a little behind the beat, especially you hear it in that song because it's a slow song. He plays very similar to like John Bonham, Vinny Appice, because he plays a little behind the beat. Doesn't play exactly 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just a little like, I don't want to say it's off, but it's just like a little bit before the beat. So everybody just has a different pulse of how they feel things when they, especially with drumming when you play. And guys like Vinny Appice and John Bonham, I like to compare them a little bit because they just had a big drum sound, but they're kind of slow and just sluggish when they played. But I mean that in a good way. And Vinny Appice, definitely one of my favorite drummers. And trying to feel that is hard in a song like that. Because if you make a mistake, you know, like, it comes out more. Because it's a slow song, and when you come down, you come down on you think you're coming down on the 1, but you're getting ahead of the song or the band. It sticks out. So that over and over is a hard song. And it's a great song, though. And the fills are really not that hard. It's just the timing of everything, and it's the feel, which is tough. But after like 3,000 takes, I think I got something that was decent. So I really appreciate you guys checking out the videos. I used a Ludwig Speed King. This is my Ludwig 70s Blue Olive Badge Throne. There's the Live Evil album, the 1982 Live Evil album from the Mob Rules tour. This was recorded in San Antonio, Dallas. And the reason why I'm showing this is if you look at the picture on the back of the album, there's another cool picture of the kit. I believe Vinny's kit was used on the album was probably like a mid or late 70s or early 80s Ludwig kit. The Ludwig bass drum head can be seen in some photos, especially some photos during the Holy Diver tour, and some videos you could see the Ludwig logo like on the bass drum on the batter side or the side where the beater hits. You could kind of see through it. And he used to have all these drums, I don't know, some kind of rototoms or these big bass drums up high and stuff. You can see the head. That's why I make these. Ludwig, you'd say like Weathermaster, bow, bass drum, heavy, Weather Kings. And then Slingerland. You can also see some of the Slingerland heads seen on the kit as well. So I think it was a combination of Ludwig and Slingerland. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Vinny was also a Ludwig Speed King guy too. Might have been used on the album. And the shirt. So again, thanks guys. Awesome shirt. Dio, Butler, and Appice. Black Sabbath. Thanks again. Subscribe to the channel, Rockstars92. Thanks, guys.